Shalom, Israel. Come today with a lesson that I hope it wake up and light a fire in all that in the truth to get out and let others know that who not in the truth. This a message really make you look at yourself, and let you know that you can always do better. It is you really one of the sheep of the son, because like he said, his sheep hear his voice and know his voice. So with that said, I'm going to go into the lesson today. Kingdom teaching, the Father and the Son word. And the topic of the day will be, my sheep know my voice. My sheep know my voice. So we know we all first came into the truth. Our mind, which is our heart, we always heard that country talking. We know that country talking. And who is it talking to that country? So we understand we've been woke for a reason, not because we chose to, because the Son and the Father chose us to bring this word. And we all know this word, nothing easy. It's a word we shall die from. Or you want to be like Judas, and tell off and snitch and do all the extra stuff and you still died, but you ain't dead yet till the second death come. But with that said, we're going to get in this message, and I just hope, y'all understand where I'm coming from in this message. I'm going to say it again. My sheep know my voice. We'll be coming out of John 10, but we'll be here a little there today. And we're going to start this off with John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. So by following these commandments, laws, and statutes, you will hear the Father's voice. And if you hear it, you do these commandments. Just don't hear and do. When you hear, you got to take action in doing what the Father and Son want you to do. Like the Father said, you cannot go around my son to get to me. You got to go through him to get to me. That means you have to love him, show how to love the Father, but you have to love your brothers too. So, let's not act like we don't know what these scriptures talking about. Let's get it. We got to understand that. Let's go to John 10:4. And when he put it for his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. That's just like back in the day when we used to run cows and stuff, and they knew your voice. Even the old mutt dog, it know your voice. It gonna do what you tell it to do. When we heard his voice, we started doing what he told us to do, because we knew it. It's a lot of people so dead, deaf ear, deaf eyes. They can't even hear. They can't hear nothing because they're so full of this world in them. But being full of this world, it's gonna put you in a bad place. But we're gonna keep going. John 10:5, John 10:5. And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, from they know not the voice of a stranger. That's just like you as a kid. You used to be around your mother and your father. A stranger come around, you ain't gonna go to that stranger, ain't you? You don't know what that stranger gonna do to you. That stranger can take you off and kill you somewhere. But see, that's just like the Father talking about in this verse. You know what I'm saying? You flee from your stranger. Right now we in captivity. We can't flee from them, but we know how to move around them. Everybody, won't talk about Esau and all that, but we ain't gonna talk about Esau and all that. We're gonna talk about us, because we did a lot of that to ourselves. A lot of times we had to flee from our own self, because some of our own people is worse than the Muslims. So, understand, You got to see this as a wide picture, not a small little picture. You don't need to have tunnel vision with this. You need to be able to see everything. That's why the Father gave you wisdom, not to understand, to know and understand what you get yourself into. And if you get yourself into something, ask. They shall receive and give you that knowledge to know your surroundings. That's why you got to have the discernment on high. Okay, we're going to carry on. John 10:26. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. That's just like if you're of this world and you doing all these worldly things and saying you in the truth, you're not a sheep. You just faking the phone. Stop faking the phone. You know, I see a lot of these Hebrews, you know, and I ain't really talking about the camps, but I am talking about the camps. You know, I ain't saying all of them, especially that purple gang. They party like they of the world. What did the Father say? Matter of fact, let me go to that real quick, because I want y'all to get a great understanding of what I'm talking about. About these, you know, the purple gang, a couple more of them, you know, when the Father said, he said something, and it really been sticking with me, and I really talk about it all the time. And you know, I know people might get tired of hearing me talk about it, but yeah, I don't get tired of talking about it, because you know, I feel that it's very, very important. I think our people need to know that. You know, one of my favorite scriptures. I enjoy reading because I want our people to know. Come out of 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. So what did he just say starting off? Just say starting off. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. You know, people need to take a good look at themselves. See if they really abide about just that one little sentence right there. Okay, we're going to carry on from that. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. What is in the world? We're going to break some of them down. Verse 16. But all that is in the world, lust of the flesh. Lust of the flesh, what we mean lust of the flesh? That means you could be looking at somebody, woman. You can be looking at yourself crazy. You know, you have wild thoughts or imagination about things you shouldn't even have no thoughts about. Guess what that was? Let's say that one more time. Lust of the flesh. We see a lot of that on Facebook, Instagram. Men and women. Men want to be fags, wearing pants down with a belt up under their butt. Come on now, who do that? And you see our Israelite women with those type of guys, which is Israelite guys, but not knowing who they are. Then we got Israelite guys being out here with these Israelite women that's naked. Want to show that whole body out to everybody else. Come on now. Do better. What that is. Lust of the flesh. Let's carry on. And the lust of the eyes. Because if you see something like that, truth or not in truth, yeah, you're going to look and see. And you're going to say something either positive or negative. So, you either speak life or you're going to speak death to that person or what they doing. But our job is trying to encourage these people to come about them sins and come about the things they doing of this world. Because the whole world is Babylon. Because the Father and the Son coming back to do away with this whole world. Not just the United States, the whole world. Okay, we're going to carry on in that verse right there, verse 16. And the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Pride of life. Let's go into pride of life right quick. The pride of life. You know, folk worship their shoes and cars and houses and jobs and degrees. All that man-made wisdom of doctrine. Who cares about that? When the Father just told you, he gonna destroy everything in this world. And he just told you, love not the world, nothing in it. Because you love anything in this world, guess what? that means you won't make it. So I'm going to carry on. Let's go to John 8, verse 47. He that is of God, hear God's word. Yea, therefore hear them not, because ye are not of God. So let's go to John 15 and 19. That little situation. John 15 and 19. So let's read that. John 15, 19. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. We talking about your own people hate you. Israel, your own people. Own people did away with the Father. Did away with him. He came down here as a man, and they did away with him. And that's sad. Same way he is today. Our own people do us in. And I'm talking about Israel. Truth or not the truth, they still do you in. And I ain't talking about all of them. I'm talking about some of them. And them some, they know who they are. We ain't got to call no names, point no fingers, because everybody know what they do. Like the Father said, there will be no secret hide. So, get with the program, Israel. It's time to come up out them dark ways. Time to get it together. Let the sunlight shine within you. The Father and sunlight shine in you. And it shine out. We is an example for this world. That's what we are. An example for this world. So let's move on. 1 John 4 and 6. We are of God. He that know God, hear us. He that is not of God, hear not us. Hereby know we that we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. So let's go to 1 John chapter 4 and verse 5. We're going to go to that real quick and we're going to see something about that situation right there. And you know, right there, 1 John chapter 4 and verse 5. Let's go to it. Let's get it. Okay. They are of the world. Therefore speak they of the world, and the world hear them. So, the world hear them. You know, and if you, I'm just going to cut straight to the point. The world was given to the wicked with Satan. Father allowed it because the Father wanted to test that spirit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them walk around here. The Father gonna always make sure that spirit right. Make sure that discernment right. But a lot of our people, discernment is weak. And their faith is very weak. And they action really weak because they go for anything. They tell them all the time, God, they love everybody. But I got a topic coming out with that. I'm out to show all you good people that like to listen to them Sunday pastors and them, what you call them, pastors, them, I call them, they're a bunch of lies, but the motivation speakers. Yeah, the motivation speakers. Yeah, they like hearing them. But we gonna carry on. Luke 8:15. But that on the good ground are they which in a honest and good heart, having heard the word, keep it, bring it forth, fruit with patience. So let's break that down. We hear this word, we got to have patience. The Father had patience with us. We got to have patience with people that are not in the truth. We got to have patience within the truth. But we're not going to agree on everything. But the book we need to agree on. Because what the book say, that's what it means. Not your opinion. What the book say. And we have to understand good fruit. What's the good fruit that we is waiting on What we waiting on? We waiting on the Father to come back and give us all that glory. Come back and give us our crown. Be a part of the kingdom. And that's how we know we'll be good fruit. But if we corrupted fruit, you know what corrupted fruit going to. Over there in that good lava lake. Burn for eternity, your second life. And I hope you don't want to do that. So you want to be that good fruit. You want to be that one that go to the kingdom. Good fruit. Many shall be able to eat upon the words of the Father. You want to hear him say, job well done, my servant. Instead of hearing, depart away from me. You iniquity, depart away from me. And you going to that lake of fire. Where the angels going to throw you in there. And you won't get out at all. So we're going to carry on. Romans 2 and verse 7. Chapter 2 and verse 7. To them who be patient, continuously, in well-doing, seeking for the glory and honor, and immortality, eternal life. And see, that's what we seeking for. Immortality, eternal life. That's what we seeking for. You know, and I hope our people understand that's what we seeking for. Because a lot of our people think, you know, you promise for the next hour, the next second, the next date. But you're not. It's always the Father and Son will. Because as long as you're doing their will, they're going to allow you to be him. But, you know, don't think for 1 second they won't take you out the game just as fast as your eyes can back down like that. Take you right out the game. Never get relaxed. Never get easy with the Father and the Son. Because they don't play no games. Gonna carry on. Romans 2 and 8. But unto them that are cautious and do not abide righteousness and indignation and wrath. So the Father is telling you he's going to bring wrath if you're unrighteous to you. Your indignation, he's going to bring that wrath that into you. And you don't want to see the Father wrath. All you got to do, go check out some of the stories in the Old Testament, Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, go check out Noah when he destroyed the world, you know, with that great flood. You know, all you got to do is just look at some of them things. And you will see the Father wrath is no game to be played with. Right now, look at the wrath. Being in slavery, that's a wrath. It's a curse, but it's a wrath. Look how we have to get up every morning and work hard. That our bones and our fingers, we feel them all in our legs and feet, you know. So our Father don't play. So we're going to continue in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ, which we know we talking about the Antichrist right now. And there's a lot of them, whole heap of them. See them everywhere. They just start creeping themselves out into the Sabbath churches and stuff. So, got to be mindful, because our people argue about some of the stupid, dumb stuff in the world. And who knowing that? Satan. And one more other thing. And I'm going to say this, and I don't mind about rubbing some feathers. You don't like to leave your comment. Know the real 12 tribes. Know the real 12 tribes. Stop putting people in this 12 tribes that is not a part of the 12 tribes. These folks go for anything. Remind this, and I'm going to say this real quick. Like the son said, his road is narrow. Only one person at a time can fit through. But the other road is wide. Many can fit through at the same time. So don't forget that. For all you Purple Game watch lovers and, you know, and everybody like to, you know, got their own opinion. But the book got the real Whatever the book say, that's what we need to go by. So let's carry on. 2 Corinthians 11:14 verse. No man, for Satan himself, no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So as you see, Satan was an angel too, which y'all should already know that he fought Michael, so we know what's up with that. And he can transfer himself as light. So let's get to Satan light real quick. So what is Satan light? And another thing, before I even get to that, y'all stop weighing that Star of David. Stop weighing it. Because if you write it down, you draw it, and look at it. And I want y'all to pay attention to the Star of David. Since everybody like to put it on their clothes and all that. Well, that's idolizing, man. Stop idolizing. What did the Father tell you in the commandments? What did he tell you? He told you about idolizing. Don't put nothing on above, beneath. But see our people, they be so brainless. They don't understand they even be able to. We talking about folks in the truth right now. You know what I'm saying? So stop putting that star on. Because if you really look at that star, you'll see what it really represents. And you'll be surprised what it represents and what it really is. Once again, crafty counseling. They know how to do it. They got you wearing that star. You might well go on put that Baphomet star on because that's what you're wearing. That's what you represent. Do you think these folks gonna let you wear something prideful or proudly and don't say nothing to you? Don't be deceived. Please don't be deceived, my people. But back to the devil. His little light shining in wicked man heart. Because a wicked man heart, all he can think about how I can be better than you. Back to how many degrees I got. How I'm going to keep my brother down. How I'm going to keep my sister down. Even your wife, which is your queen. You got a lot of selfish guys out here and a lot of selfish females out here too, that which is our queens. We're not here to be selfish with one another. We're here to help one another. That's the only way the Father gonna come gather his remedy. And he gonna come grab his remedy. Believe that. From across 4 corners, he gonna come get us. But we got to always remind ourselves to stay humble. Very humble. Because, like the Father said, you got to be humble as a kid to see him. Humble as a child. So a lot of people got to need to work with that humble and being patient. I had to work on it, and I'm still working on it. So, you know, this a walk. And this walk ain't for everybody. It definitely ain't for the weak. So, we going to keep going. We're going to go to 2 Corinthians, same chapter, verse 15. Chapter 11, verse 15. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministry also be transformed. The ministry of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. And we know what their works are. Their works are for Satan, evil. Look at all this evil stuff going on. Look at these Chinese folks and Asian folks and, you know, all these folks doing all these wild, wicked things to our people. Sex trafficking to our black kings and black queens, cutting parts off their body and shipping them and selling them and stuff. You know, look how they do all the food. They've been trying to destroy us from day one. But, you know, our people go on a job, laugh, and tell them their whole life. And, you know, I can't stand no butt kissing Israelite. It gets on my nerve. They grieve me. Kissing ass. Woo, that do something to me. You talk one way when you're out work, another way when you're on work. Dancing for the man. dancing for the man. We got to stop dancing for the man. Well, I don't dance for the man. I know some of my real people like Mike Mallett and Ronnie Porter, and a couple other people names, that I know don't dance for the man, a bunch of the queens and kings on my IG page. I know they don't dance for the man, and on my Facebook page don't dance for the man. But you got to be really paying attention to some of these folks, They don't want folks dance for the man now. If you ain't trying to represent the Father every day of your life, what you living for? Okay, we gonna keep it going. Romans 16:18. Romans 16:18. For they that are such serve not our Lord Jesus Christ, but their own belly, and by good works and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. Oh, that's a good verse. So who be deceiving our people? Kenneth Copeland, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar. I know I'm leaving a bunch of them out. All them old hypocrites, and got our people sitting their last money dying, ain't got a house, ain't got a car, ain't got nothing to live in because you just sent all your money to these even demonic Satan worship preachers. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm talking about y'all favorite people. I can't forget about Joe Odestein. Oh, he's something serious. That's a devil in disguise all the time. And I ain't got some of them African preachers over there too. Some of them black ones too over there. I ain't leaving none of them out. This ain't about a race thing. It's about y'all folks want to represent Satan, still represent our Father. So it's time for y'all to get a light chat. Open up a can of whoop ass on y'all too. So I'm just tired of our people, and I know I'm forgetting some people. The feminism too. That real feminist one. Tyler Perry. Yeah, Tyler Perry. Can't leave him out. The one got all these men thinking they women's not. Around here wearing dresses and heels and makeup. See how crafty they is? It's very crafty. All these men want to wear dresses and high heel shoes and skin tight pants. Very crafty. Very crafty. And all our people disease right now, they be right there watching BET. You know what I'm saying? That's some of the worst thing they could ever made out for our people. No meaning. Our people do well with the screens and phone, internet, they do, they right on it. Walking zombies is among us in more than one way. But we gonna carry on. Philippians 3:19. Philippians 3:19. Whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. We got a lot of that going on today. A lot of them. So that just letting you know your destruction will come. And you love these earthly things, and you're not thinking of things above, but thinking about all this earthly thing. Our Father got something for you. He gonna take you out the game. That's why the son keeps saying, my sheep know my voice. They know my voice. I hope this made some sense to y'all. I'm gonna keep going. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 8. In flames of fire, to the king vengeance on them that know not God, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. Boy, what the Father just say then. Flames of vengeance. I mean, we talking about Israelites. You talking about the Israelites. Yeah. You know. 2/3. That's what they're talking about right there. The vision on us. Talking about vengeance. So, understand he's not talking about all the other folks. He talking about us in that verse. You don't get your act together, you don't get obedient. That vengeance, them flames, whew, I don't want to see no part of it. You saw how hot it was the day when that sun came out. Feel like that sun was on your back. Think about continuation heat like that. Woo. That's what you gonna get. You gonna get a lot of that heat right there. And I don't think nobody want that heat. So let's go to the next verse in 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 9. Who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the pursuit of the Lord, and from the glory of his power. Ooh, from the presence of the Lord, and from the glory of his power. Ooh, power. They say power. Everlasting destruction. And that's them, you know what it is. That's that lake over there, that fire. I don't think nobody want to be a part of that. So please get your mind together. Read this word. Take heed when you hear people teaching this word, telling you about this word. But it just open up the book. Ask Father will not understand to read this word. Pray it. He shall show it to you and give you that will not understand to know who you are, what you are, who you need to be working for, doing the will for. Okay, we're gonna still stay right there, 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 10. When he shall come to be glorified in his saints, and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. That means that we believe in this book. That means we believe in the Son's testimony in this book, the will of the Father he came to do for his Father, to draft us back in the family. We believe in this book, in his word that he did from his Father that commanded him, and they command us. We'll be glorified that day. The saints, boy, okay, you can't wait to be glorified in his saints. You feel his power surging through you, and you in all that glory, his power going through you. It's gonna be a good time right there. It's gonna be a great time, marvelous time. But we're gonna go to James 5 and 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husband waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain. That means that he gonna receive the early and latter rain. That means that we have to be patient. We know the first fruits when he come, the 144, but also he got the second come gonna rise up. So, that's why we gotta be patient with our brothers and stuff, with our sisters. We got to teach them, we got to try to get them to understand, this word, because the Father was, he was with us. I'm 41 years old. Ain't shame of the age. We don't know if that 41 years old or 41,000 years old. Because you got to remember, a day to the Father is 1,000 years. So, y'all think about this sometime. Man told you were 41. The Father said a day with him is 1,000 years. So think about how old you are right now. Let's say I'm 41, say if you 35. Say that's 35,000 years you live. Because you have to remember, man flipped everything that the Father said. Don't forget that. And look how you have to catch them slipping up on their own stuff sometimes. They'll say millions of years, thousands of years. So let's not act like they don't know this book and what this book means. So y'all just think about what I just said about your birthday years, like a lot of people, they celebrate their birthday, but just think about your years that you was born on this world. or at 41 years, or at 41,000. Just think about it, Okay, but I'm gonna carry on. That's something to be mindful and think about right there. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. James 5 and 8. Be ye also patient. Establish your heart, for the coming of the Lord draw nigh. Like right now, all these things happening. We know the return is coming soon, because we can see all the rumors of wars, all the plagues and pestilences going on. The past, I'm gonna say 10 years going on. We in the beginning of Jacob trouble, because you see the Bitcoin and the shot they trying to make everybody take and kill them all. Now technology. Um, we know the bank's getting ready to flip over, so they giving you all this dead money, which is real dead blooded money right now, because they want that big chip coin to be full up, because they gonna give you that mark. So you gonna have to make it in your mind, is you gonna take that mark, or you gonna take death. And I'm taking death all day. Gonna kill me, like the Father said. You can kill this flesh, but you can't kill that soul. But if you take that chip, whatever they gonna put in you, you taking both of them. And let me get y'all something about that mark of the beast. Think about it. Mark of the beast. Now technology, they put it in your body. They can form a chip with that too. Think about it. Look how all your phones doing. Be mindful about that shot. Be mindful. Because these folks got technology. They can do some strange things inside your body. But they always try to stay one up, but they'll never stay one up on the Father and the Son. So they go to 2 Timothy and 2. Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having the seal. The Lord know them that are his. And let everyone that nameth the name of Christ depart from iniquity. So think about what's going on right now. We know the Father. We know the Son. We got to know the Son, know the Father. Or I should rephrase that, we know the Son till we get to know the Father. By knowing the Son, you know the Father, because you see the Father within the Son. So with that said, don't get that shot. Don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, my sheep know my voice. Know it. And he put a seal on you. Right now, he got a seal on a certain amount of people. Right now, he got a seal on his remnant of people that he know gonna stand fast. Not gonna wave on the world. Not gonna straddle the fence. Not trying to serve two masters. So let's understand what's going on right now, Israel. Because they about to get real. They about to turn up the devotion out here. They doing it now slowly, but they really about to turn up the devotion a little bit. So let's not just love nothing in this world. It's our people. Love our people. Not tell you not to love the other people because we're an example. But love our people first. All the killing and violence. Stop that mess. But our folks, they gonna listen to that trash music, so they gonna be out here killing each other, doing the most as usual. So let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 12. For the which cause I also suffer these things, nevertheless I am not ashamed, for I know whom I have believed, and I pursue it, that he is able to keep that which I have committed unto him against that day. So we got to stay fast. It's a study going process. You have to have patience. It's long suffering What is slavery? Long suffering. Yes, we is a curse, but it's long suffering. Doing his word. You got to be patient. Look at Noah. Look at Moses. Look at Matthew. Peter Paul. It was a lot of long suffering. Look at, matter of fact, all them cool to say, but look at the son. He had to go through long suffering death for us. He went through a whole lot dealing with us in the form of God. When he came down as man, he had to go through it. Now he back up as God and is still going through it again with us. Because, the generation, they don't want to get it together. They don't want to get it right. But I'm going to leave you with this last verse, and I'm going to wrap it up. Verse right here says it all. John 10, verse 14. I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and I am known of my sheep. I'm going to read that one more time, because I want y'all to get this. Why I thank the Father for allowing me to make this verse the last verse. John 10 and verse 14. I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and I'm known of mine. So what they saying? And I'm going to just break this down, Israel. Make it plain, make it plain, make it plain. So like he said, we simple-minded. And yes, there's a lot of simple-minded running around here. So what he's saying, he know his sheep. And I'm known of my sheep. So what he mean that I'm known of my sheep? That means that his sheep out here spreading his gospel, spreading his testimony. So if you're not spreading this gospel right here in the book, they book, which is for us, spreading his testimony, which is for all of us to know from corner to corner, you're not doing your job. And guess what? You're not doing what he commanded you to do, because he just told you in plain writing. He just told you. Let me read it one more time. John 10 and 14. I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and I'm known of my sheep. So how he gonna be known of his sheep? You got to spread his gospel. You got to spread his testimony. And if you're not spreading it, guess what? You're one of them ones out there sleepwalking. You ain't never heard his voice. You just thought you heard, but you never heard his voice. Because if you heard his voice, you'll be spreading his testimony, which is his gospel. And if you spread any other gospel, you know what he said in Revelation 22, verse 18, 19, and you know what he said in 2 John, verse 9 and 10. So, with that said, Israel, I hope y'all enjoy this message. I'll be coming back. Hopefully tomorrow, if the Father will and the Son will, I'll be coming back with another lesson. But, I hope you got some understanding out of this lesson. My sheep know my voice. That's very important, especially in these times. The sheep need to know the Son's voice, which is our Father. If you don't know his voice, you definitely don't know the Father's voice, and we ain't never heard his voice, nothing but his Son's voice. So, with that said, Israel, I'm going to play this song, and after this song, I'm going to get off this thing. I hope y'all like it. Chronological, Peasy, you know what I'm saying? So, one of the first rappers I was listening to, Sean Judah, you know what I'm saying? Hebrew Hood Music. That's what they name their label, Good Music. So I'm going to leave out playing this. So I hope y'all enjoy it. About to play it now.
Temptations we all get. Let's deal with that. Here goes mine right here.
Stuck in my past. I like this cut right here. Stuck in my class. I just want y'all to listen to it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it.
I remember it was last November. We was up all night. I told you it was gonna be the last time. You said, how I'm gonna cope? A good question. Man, the nights without you, I wouldn't went and wrapped my weapon. Far from complicated to please you was simple. The rub on you, wrap you up, and you a massage my temple. Your red hairs would keep me ripped. I ain't no play no avocado, but I believe that I could fly. Everywhere we would ride, everything together we do it. The perfume was so distinctive. Baby, let me get it. I be smelling your perfume when I be out in the streets, man. I be just be thinking about going.
Yeah, I got this shirt from one of the Chic groups right here. She made this line. There you go, Lost Lions.
Stuck in my past, got to relax. I keep running back to you, back to you. I try to refrain, but your nectar's so sweet and savory. I keep running back to you.
Yeah, girl, you called it. Like the Lord, cause he will run this mouth tomorrow. Could be his memorial. I try to stay out of the flesh. I want to set fire to the state like David Perez. But I could set fire to you. And all the drama will go poof. Yeah, I know it's temporary. And I found this love that forbid me to cause no obituary. I ain't the killer, so I turn to the killer. But I read about a kingdom of alternatives killer, so I focus on the prize and try not to relax. Father, forgive me. The stash is still. Oh man, what is that grip? You look so frosty. I mean, between the way you look and these hate Hebrews, I stay stuck in my past. Come on, baby, leave me alone.
Stuck in my past.
Yeah, no deep cut, you know. And let you know, don't stay stuck in your past. Don't keep running back to it. Got your face up.
I try to refrain, but your nectar's so sweet and savory. I keep running back to you.
Romans 13 and 14. Beyond the Lord to shine Christ and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. 1 Corinthians 6 and 12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. 1 Corinthians 6 and 18. Flee fornication. Yeah, the real is fornication. You know how I be thinking when I'm around you. Man.
Stuck in my past, about to relax.
Put down the book, and I put down the book, I'ma fall victim to you again. I'm telling you.
Stuck in my past, about to relax.
One last time. Feel me? So what we gonna do is I'm just gonna snare you just for a little bit, you did? Alright, but we gonna get together one last time. But I know I said it was the last time. We gonna do it one last time, you did? Just me and you, just don't tell nobody. Man, hold up, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Look, go back over there. You feel me? James 4 and 7. Submit yourself therefore to a higher. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Nah, girl, I ain't calling you the devil or nothing. I get so devilish when I'm with you, you dig? Nah, I just can't do that no more. You feel me? I can't keep running back to you.
Stuck in my past, got to relax.
I don't even know why that brother brought you over here to my crib. You know how I am with you. Last way.
Stuck in my past, got to relax.
Put all this stuff back in the bag, you feel me? 'Cause I can't keep it.
Running back to you.
Yeah, that's just a little cut I had to play. You know, just spice a little something up different, but it's real. That said, I love you, kings and queens. You know, let's get this Sabbath jumping. You know, we gonna get this thing pumping. That said, love y'all. Y'all blessed and great morning, even a better day. And if the Father and the Son will, I shall be back. Shalom.